Cancer, this is your tarot reading for the month of December. It's very alike, the spread is very like Aries, but it is somewhat different, and I mustn't get dragged into thinking that it's identical to Aries, because it's most certainly not. Central card there that dominates everything. You're in quiet contemplation about something. I think you're looking for information, you're trying to work out what's going on, aren't we all? And looking inside yourself is no bad place to do it. You may miss some opportunities as a result, but does it matter? Probably not. A recent past, the universe is letting you know what great inner strength you had. I think that's important. I think there are challenges in this reading, and that strength is important to you overcoming these challenges. Right now you're searching this information, you're looking for it, you're looking for something that will explain things to you. Because you've got a feeling that something's not right. Strong feeling that something's not right. But you can't put your finger on it. That information's going to come to you. Probably not in December. Probably after December. But you're going to get that information. And what's going to lead to the outcome is a feeling of being blessed, of multiple blessings. Now, most people's readings so far in December have been about money. So is this disquiet? Are these feelings that something's not quite right about money? Well, I think we've all got that feeling, with CBDCs, etc., I think we've all feeling a little bit like that. And this does lead to, this money or this blessings does lead to the outcome. But the outcome isn't necessarily a great outcome. I'm not saying it's bad. If you were to recognise that you're nearly at the end of the road, you've been struggling somewhat, but there is an end in sight, then maybe this outcome wouldn't be so important. The outcome, as I say, isn't necessarily bad. It's you, I think, struggling with your commitments, maybe particularly dependents, family commitments. You probably think you're doing a bad job, and the rest of the world probably thinks you're doing a good job. I don't see this as a bad reading, however. I see it as a very good reading. But it does reflect the sort of overall uncertainty and turmoil there is in the world at the moment. So let's get into the true reading. So you've got a strong feeling that something's not quite right. You don't quite know what it is. I think you probably think it's about money. You're thinking very hard about it. Maybe missing opportunities as a result, but I don't think it's a bad thing to be doing this. I don't at all. I think it's the right thing to be doing. And I've got the same feeling myself. As a result of the last financial crisis, I lost my means of earning a living. I've never earned much money since then. I've managed to struggle on. But then the very bank that was behind that, and I banked with them for 35 years, debanked me recently. And that's led to tremendous problems for me, incredible problems. And probably, we've not got to the end of it yet, but probably incredible expense. So I can feel something is very wrong. Is it CDCs? I think we're all completely sceptical of CBDCs. I don't think any of us wants them. How is it easier to carry your phone around with you than pieces of paper? It's beyond me. It's absolutely beyond me. And if you live in a place like I do, with poor phone coverage, where phones, don't last forever, etc., etc., it's just a complete nonsense, an absolute nonsense. And I think most of us are very upset about it. For me as a Muslim, as far as I'm concerned, it's totally haram as well. It's totally forbidden for Muslims to, as far as I'm concerned, that is, to use digital currency. So, I think you've got a sense of misgiving. Your misgiving might not be the same as mine, but you've got this tremendous sense of misgiving, and it is about money and finances, I believe. Well, now the universe, God, Allah, is wanting to let you know that you are strong, you have a deep inner strength. Now, this is in the past, but I don't think it's gone away. I think it's telling you that these are somewhat troubled times, but you're up for it. That's my candid opinion. Maybe it means more to you. I do see it as a very good energy to have. It often comes about when you are being challenged, and it's like a reassurance from the universe that you can deal with these challenges, however bad they may seem. Now, I can't see major challenges in this spread, but of course this does refer to the past, so maybe you were challenged in the past. But it's relevant to this spread now, so I'm not sure exactly how, but it is great energy to have. As I say, you've got this feeling of unease, you've got this feeling of there's something wrong, and maybe that's what this strength is all about. It's saying to you that you can get through this, and you're going out and looking for solutions or information on what's wrong. I think this is in part your quiet contemplation. You're looking for something, you're looking for answers, because you know things aren't right, and it's probably to do with finances. As I think I said at the beginning, I'm not sure now, but I'm currently waiting on the inheritance from my parents, which has already taken over 2 years, and at seemingly the final hurdle there's another snag, and the people on the British side, my lawyer and the banks, are blaming the Indonesians, and the Indonesians are blaming the British, and as usual I'm in the middle. And I think you're feeling a bit like that you don't quite know what it is, but you know there's something wrong, but you can't get to the bottom of it. Now, the truth is that information is coming. You're going to get the information you're looking for. I suspect it is about finances, or related to finances. I've no idea what it is, but the information does come. It comes in the future. It doesn't come in December, but you are going to get it. So I think that will give you peace of mind. Probably your life will change. But I don't want to paint a negative picture about it. Even if I knew, and I don't, but even if I knew what the information was, I think if I was to tell you, you'd probably see it negatively. But the truth is that we're living in a time of unprecedented change. And these changes aren't necessarily negative. They're disruptive. But not necessarily negative. The energy that leads to the outcome is one of multiple blessings, but in particular, financial blessings. So as I say, there is wealth, there is finance in this reading. And I'm certain this is what you're feeling uneasy about, and like there's a missing link. And maybe you feel, maybe you're coming into a lot of money, but you feel that maybe things will change so much that that money that you've come into doesn't really achieve what it normally would. Certainly for now, you're feeling very good about it. It feels great. You've got abundance, and you feel very happy with that abundance. And this leads to the outcome, and the outcome isn't a bad outcome, but it's not necessarily a good outcome either. Now, I'm not certain if this is about changing the outcome or offsetting the outcome. But what would change or offset it is you recognising that you've nearly reached the end of something. Something's been a bit of a struggle for you. You might not have approached it in the best way, but you know it's nearing an end. And keeping that in view, that you're nearing an end, does change things. Exactly how much it changes things, I'm not sure. But it does change things. Given what the outcome is, yeah, I think it just changes your view on the outcome, probably. So we better get to the outcome, hadn't we? And the outcome is you struggling to fill all your obligations, probably to dependents. Now remember, this comes after this blessings card, multiple blessings. So even though the whole thing seems to be around finances, I'm not sure that you're financially strapped. But maybe that you're so busy looking after your finances that you find it difficult to find time to do everything that you need to do. You're probably tired out from it, probably exhausted. I mean, I've told you about my inheritance. I've had similar problems with pensions, and I am absolutely tired out. I've been ill for well over a year as a result of it, well over a year. I'm tired out. I've had enough of being pushed from pillar to post. And I think you're saying the same, I'm not saying you're in the same circumstances as me, but you're saying, why is everything in life so difficult now? Why are the simple things what should be absolutely simple and straightforward? Why have they all become impossible? And that's how you feel. And you're probably doing a swimming job. You're probably doing fantastic, but you don't think you are. And I think it's this psychological pressure that's somewhat getting to you. Cancer, there's something wrong. I think there's something wrong in the world. I don't think it's necessarily that personal to you, although it might feel that way. But you can't put your finger on what it is even. I think it's about finances. I think you're concerned about finances when probably you've got nothing to be concerned about. But you're just feeling the pressure of it all. Now the universe wants to say to you, look, stop worrying. You're strong, you're resourceful, you've got a massive inner strength, everything's going to be all right. But no, you're looking for what it is that you can't put your finger on. What is it that's making you feel this way? What is it that's making you feel uneasy about the world? Well, you're going to get the answers. You're going to get the answers after December. I can't tell you if getting the answers relieves you at all. And I suspect if I knew what the answer was and told you what it was now, it would only worry you more. But I think the universe is saying, look, we've got everything covered. This is a time of change. Don't resist. Just relax into the change. We're looking after you. Don't worry. And indeed, you know, you're going to be blessed if you're not already. Multiple blessings, including almost certainly monetary blessings. But I think having those blessings themselves somehow worries you. Is it about how you can keep hold of them? I don't know. You're worried about these blessings because you've got dependents, and I think you're struggling in terms of time to be able to look after your wealth and look after your loved ones, maybe. And maybe it's another sort of dependence, but you're certainly concerned. You're very concerned, and you think there's this missing piece of the jigsaw, which if only you could find it, it would be fine. I think if you were to relax a bit more and understand that this is, yeah, you've had your struggles, we all have, but this is very nearly the end, very nearly the end. Yeah, things will change dramatically once we reach the end, but don't assume that that's for the worst. We always think that change is for the worst, but I suspect it's not going to be.